Sanctification and Adjudication Initiative. This was a recent collaborative effort between heaven and hell to regain control over the chaotic aftermath caused by soul dealings and agreements. Throughout history, certain agreements and deals had granted power and created loopholes that disrupted the balance between good and evil, innocence and guilt, leading to a series of catastrophic conflicts that threatened the very fabric of reality. The Council of Demons convened and determined the need for an arbiter to restore order. Thus, I was appointed, and the solution to this problem came in the form of a Master Soul contract, which all legitimate soul dealers must use and obtain permission for. Without this contract, their dealings are considered null and void, lacking association with heaven or hell, and devoid of the authority granted by God, who is the ultimate decision-maker when it comes to matters concerning a person's soul, as he is its creator. Nor do they have permission from me, Lucifer, the guardian of the realm of punishment, to acquire human souls. No deal, contract, oath, or any other agreement is authorized unless they adhere to and consent to be bound by the terms outlined in the agreement. Essentially, this agreement serves as the overlooked fine print in the lengthy contract presented during soul acquisition deals. The Balance of Nature Clause. In essence, this clause stipulates that any promises made in agreements will only serve the individual's self-serving desires and temptations, affecting them personally. This includes food, sweets, and other forms of satisfaction, drugs, fluids, and consumables, as well as energy and nourishment, such as the feeling of a restful night's sleep, healing for the sick and diseased, or any other self-centered desires that do not immediately impact others. The Sanctification and Adjudication Initiative was born out of the recognition that the soul dealings and agreements that had taken place over the centuries had created a chaotic mess. These agreements, some of which offered power and allowed for loopholes, had upset the delicate balance between good and evil, innocence and guilt. The resulting conflicts posed a significant threat to the very fabric of reality. In response to this situation, the Council of Demons convened and determined that an arbiter was necessary to regain control. That's when I was appointed to oversee the initiative. The core solution to this problem came in the form of a Master Soul contract. This contract became a requirement for all legitimate soul dealers who needed to obtain permission to use it. Without this Master Soul contract, any dealings in the realm of souls were considered void and not associated with either heaven or hell. Furthermore, they lacked the authority granted by God, who ultimately decides all matters concerning a person's soul as its creator. As the keeper of the place of punishment, I, Lucifer, was also given permission to acquire mankind's souls. Therefore, any deal, contract, oath, or agreement was only authorized if it followed and agreed to be bound by the terms outlined in the agreement. The Master Soul contract essentially acts as the fine print that often goes unnoticed in the lengthy contracts presented during soul acquisition deals. It ensures that all parties involved understand and consent to the terms, preventing any loopholes or imbalances from rising in the future. One crucial aspect of the Master Soul contract is the Balance of Nature Clause. This clause establishes that any promises made within the agreements will only serve the self-serving desires and temptations of the individual involved. These desires may include things like food, sweets, and other forms of personal satisfaction. It also encompasses substances like drugs, fluids, and consumables, as well as energy and nourishment, such as the feeling of a restful night's sleep or the healing of the sick and diseased. Essentially, the clause encompasses any self-oriented desires that do not immediately impact others. By including the Balance of Nature Clause, the Master Soul contract aims to maintain a balance between individual desires and the greater harmony of existence. It ensures that the pursuit of personal satisfaction remains within reasonable bounds and does not cause harm or imbalance to the wider world.